Hello, dudes and dudettes. it's your favorite reject here, GamerMix17, and yeah, here we are on our fourth year. Yeah, fourth year. Wow, that's good. Honestly, I have no clue what to say about that. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this in the slightest. In fact, I kind of forgot about the thing. I got really sidetracked. But anywho, here we are, 4 years later, and I'm still going. And what's been going on so far? Well, other than my inconsistencies with my good old scheduling, in my own personal life, well, just some good old shenanigans. And I hope that I get to do a little better with managing everything. Although I do have to say that for, of course, this year we are going to be doing a bit of a different type of format, like I've done for the previous 3 years. Obviously, we start off with the first of our whole journey, with our first year recap, where I did a whole, what's it called? Best moments, if you will, I don't know, where I showed gameplay videos, and of course I kind of spoke over it. Of course, the next year, my second year, my weakest one I will completely admit, where I just had one full clip of a game I was already playing, called Subnautica. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it, and I was just sitting there in my laboratory, or my observatory, yeah. And I just spoke. In my third year, I finally showed me. I showed me for the first time ever, right? No, for the third time ever. And I also did a partial update. And yeah, this time, of course, you're seeing me behind the camera, in my good old form, along with my good old mask, which I think is the first. Yeah, this will be the first time it's shown in an actual year cap, so hopefully we see this again in the next year. But of course, I'm going to point that direction because my computer's actually over there. I'm going to show y'all just a little bit so we could have a full bit of a year recap, and of course I get to explain just a tiny bit of my thoughts of, well, this year. Alright then, well, without further ado, I'm not going to do that. Let's get to it.
Alrighty then, so here we are, my people. I really don't know how to do this. Anyway, I should probably start by going, actually, hold on, no, I will show this, just to show it. Yeah, why not? Yes, I have this as my desktop. Leave me alone. Anyway, let's throw this one open. Ignore what the other one was. Be promoting someone else's video. If you couldn't tell, I actually am using a mic set, which will make me sound a whole lot more different compared to my other videos where I did the Lunatics Discord calls. So yeah, you're gonna be hearing me a whole lot more easily. Problem is though, is that I have to be very careful because this mic actually picks up a lot of sound. If I really wanted to, I could easily do some real ASMR, I don't know, but editor gamer, throw the what I'm trying to say in here. So yeah, I have to be very careful with everything. In fact, I have my headphones plugged into this mic. By the way, for anyone who is ever curious or never read the thing, what I use to record anything and everything is just OBS Studio. It's free and easy to use, Anyway, so moving along, welcome to my channel. As I've mentioned beforehand, yes, I am using. I have 93 subscribers. That's a plus. Ignore this. Anyway, and yes, I do have just the default, not default, selected background thing. I do plan on keep moving away from the mic. I do plan on changing this background. Yes, in the future. I just gotta collect everything I need. And yeah, so this is just about everything. Welcome to these. Subscribe to these people. They're awesome. Anyway, and oh, by the way, so I did some updating to my thing recently, I guess you could say. If y'all are interested, I have a Twitter, so there you go. And that's about it. Anywho, let's pause that before it goes all nonsense. Now then, that's not what we're here for. We are here for this. This being, well, just my entirety of what I've done in the past year, specifically starting right here, 3 years. So, yeah. Let's get started. So, obviously, straight off from the back, I could already tell that we have a couple of things here, sadly this one as well, that we started off from this year alone. That being how, apparently, at this time, looks like I finished off Dying Light the Following with its final video, at least I think so at this point, being the Easter eggs video. Now, keep in mind, I do plan on revisiting Dying Light in the future, just to do the whole thing with, whatchamacallit, the collectibles. There we go. But that's obviously taken me quite a while. It's already been a year. At one point, I actually had to take a break, a really, really long break. And yeah, I'll be revisiting this again. Hopefully, this year, I will tackle this down. I finished up Harry Potter, actually, both games. I got super close, I'm so sorry for everyone. I finished both games of LEGO Harry Potter years 1 through 4 and 5 through 7. So, that was a fun journey, I have to admit. One thing, of course, that made it suck was the whole copyright claim, but not like I get paid for this stuff, so. Anywho, this was so fun. I always wanted something like this on YouTube, and the fact that I saw very little to nothing, the closest thing I could think of would be, I think it's The Last Bacon. I think. I don't know. I'll throw editing in there. It's either The Last Bacon or Aki, which is ACI. These two YouTubers, who are primarily known, as of this moment of course, for their Subnautica content, and one of them did a not necessarily exploration of the biomes, but kind of just a lore bit of explaining certain things. I did a bit of a twist with just flat out exploring the biomes in case of anyone who was ever interested in said biomes. And yeah, apparently I finished it within this year. And then finally, the last thing I wanted to mention was this, the Lunatics. Yeah. Yes, I'm still trying to continue this. No, we have not stopped. And yes, I'm still in contact with my friends every Saturday. We, of course, do it. And I've just been having a lot of issues. Recently, or unrecently, I've been having a big old fight with the audio not functioning properly. I've tried several different things. I have another thing I want to try out in the future. But as of this moment, this has been put on pause. And what was that? Was that sure? Anywho. Right. But a few more Warframe videos every now and again that come out with their own quests, which is always great. Oh, and then of course, I started the Batman Arkham Knight. Now, I've mentioned this in the 3rd or 4th episode of this entire series, but before I started the Batman Arkham series, essentially, starting off with Arkham Asylum, I actually began Arkham Knight as a full series. Well, I was going to, and I either got 3 or 4 episodes into it before I ended up getting the games. And then, as soon as I was done with this, and I was going to release it, the second another series was going on, I got the games, and I started playing those ones, doing the videos, and then this finally was able to be released like a whole year and 6 months later, because I started doing this back in March 2019, if I'm not mistaken. And look at that, it's already December of 2021, so anywho, at least I think it was 2019. If it was not that, then it's 2020, probably. Oh well. So yeah, and of course I'm still going along with it. In fact, just yesterday, as of when this video comes out, another video of Arkham Knight came out. Specifically, of course, finishing up the side missions, and then after the side missions, I got a little bit of the DLCs to go over. Anywho, so moving along, I just realized the Eat Slugs from Lego Harry Potter has 131 views. Okay then, whatever. That's awesome, but why this one? Oh well. Anywho, and then of course, around this time that Arkham Knight came out, I also did Uncharted Drake's Deception. So that was a pretty fun game. I, of course, had a few questions about the game specifically with its other shenanigans, but yeah, that's what happened. And then, of course, the new war, the one quest I kept getting comments about every other day, I think, or every week, or, you know, let's just say at least twice a month, I'd get comments on the previous Warframe quest that was specifically about the new war. I can't remember what it was called. Again, editing gamer. I'm putting a lot of work on me already. And yeah, people would constantly comment saying and asking like asking me information about the new war, and I'd have to answer these questions as best as I possibly can as a creator who doesn't have any tie-ins with the decision making of Warframe or even their team. Although I have to admit, this was a very fun. I don't know what that sound was. This was a very fun experience, especially the fact that this would be my first ever time hopping onto a update right off the back. I mean, sure, I think I was 2 hours late, but I experienced all the bugs and everything. It was still fun, and I loved it. Of course, I think I got stuck like between episode 2 and 3 at some point, or maybe during episode 2. I can't remember. I got stuck somewhere early with some glitch, and then it was promptly fixed. Anyway, moving along, we still continued on with all these other ones. Oh, hey, look at that. Looks like this would have been the start of, yeah, Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. Wow. I started with that early? Oh, and then of course I made this one random off. Hey, that fell on my birthday. Huh. Wait, I just realized this. I just confirmed my birthday. Well, there you go, everyone. But yeah. Minecraft lessons. I definitely do plan on going back to that one, just as soon as I come up with a good plan for that one. Anywho, and then of course I really have to apologize, but I'll come back to my horrible scheduling. Anywho, so as we continue onward, it looks like eventually. Oh, here we go. I began Dying Light 2, and that was probably when the start of my awkward. Actually, no, I stayed fairly consistent. Huh. Well, I knew. Obviously, I finished off eventually with the Lego Harry Potter franchise and Drake's Deception at some point around here, I think. Or, no, actually a little further. But anyway, yeah, as you can clearly tell, there are still videos here that depict that I continued all the way to May. Man. Huh. Yeah, look, there you go. Lego Harry Potter was finished in June 8th. Man, that was something. That was a fun way to just end off the whole thing. And it was a pain to get through all of it, especially with its ridiculous spells, but anyway. And then of course this other one random. So here's the thing about this video specifically, the whole zombie attack of Minecraft. For whatever reason, the audio did not work. But here's a little bit of backstory with it, right? So, me and my good friend Tyrell, or as his YouTuber name is, Blue Voyager, were of course playing a game of Minecraft. Just simple survival Minecraft. We wanted to start all over again, right? And we go into the mines, and it was pitch black. We heard zombies after zombie after zombie. It was pitch black in this cave. We finally throw down a torch, and instantly we are, of course, that's if anyone watches the video, we are just jumped by a huge horde of them. And then later on we find out there was a dungeon right next to it. So that was a very fun experience, I have to admit. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Let's see, where is Drake's Deception? Because I surely haven't finished that game yet. I thought I had like a little bit more. No, actually, I think I've completed Drake's Deception. Here? Really? Huh. Yeah, looks like it. But yeah, I finished the entirety of the Uncharted series back in May 13th of this year. That is insane, I have to admit. And yeah, I will not be revisiting this series for a while, if I had to say, due to the fact that I don't own the fourth game, and the DLCs are somewhere. Not that I have them in my possession, of course. Trying to think though. The only thing else here is, of course, I continued on with Dying Light. Oh, and of course, I start off the first ever The Last of Us, and of course, I made the stupidest remark ever in one of these episodes. I think it was episode 1. It has to be, where I state, and I quote, "This will be the first ever horror game I ever play." Yeah. After hearing that, after editing, it was such a stupid claim. So of course, to explain, no, it is not. Obviously, because we have Dying Light, even though, would you consider that a horror game? Who knows? Obviously, I've played other horror games on this channel alone. Of course, there's the Dying Light franchise with Dying Light the Following, and Dying Light 2, if you consider that. I'd consider Subnautica a horror game, of course. I've had several jump scares. It was hilarious with that. It was a fun experience, I have to admit. And then, I know there's more, I just can't remember them all right now. But, yeah, just to fix that shenanigans. Anyway, will I be doing The Last of Us 2? I want to say yes. As much as I already know the whole thing about it and the whole controversy and all that fun jazz, I want to do it simply because it's a sequel. It's a sequel to a game that I already know about, and it's a continuation of the story and the fact that it's just added on type of game. Now, would it have been better if The Last of Us ended off with just the first movie? Yeah, sure, why not? Did it need a sequel? No, but I'd just say it was a kind of welcoming, kind of. You know, since Joel died so quickly. Oh wait, I probably should have put a spoiler. Ooh. Anyway, sorry about that, people. Moving along, of course, we continue on with our good old Warframe Quest, which was, of course, the most recent one as of this moment, which is the Veilbreaker. I don't know why I struggle with this right in front of my face. Anyway, but yeah, we ended up doing this one, and yeah, it was pretty fun. In fact, as of this moment, I've actually leveled up completely with Cole and the camp. I'm just doing extra stuff and collecting shards, collecting shards to become more powerful. Anyway, Of course, we continue on with our series that we do, and oh god, Heavy Rain. Okay, so here's the story about Heavy Rain, right? I got Heavy Rain as a part of a collection bundle with, drumroll please, Detroit Become Human. I'm not even kidding. I got Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human, along with Detroit Become Human Extras, if I'm not mistaken, as a free bundle for having PlayStation Plus, and that's when I got all of it. At that moment, I was thinking to myself, okay, well, at least I get Detroit Become Human for free, that I could do a series off that, because this is actually a really fun and entertaining game. Heavy Rain, I know very little of, but I know it's good, so I will tackle that later on in the future. Obviously, Detroit Become Human was years ago. I think it was like 3 years ago when I first began. I think it was back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. And I did 2 runs with that, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I finally get around to doing Heavy Rain, like I think a week before this video came out, right? Either a week or 2. And instantly I started having problems. Like the beginning, I opened the thing, I started noticing, oh, this thing's flashing. This thing's like constantly blinking over and over and over again. I just realized that picked up on the mic. That was my hand, by the way. And yeah, that's when I saw that. I'm like, you know what? No, I gotta share my experience. So I clicked record, and that was this video. I was thinking about, of course, continuing on with the series just to give it a try, but as y'all clearly saw, the thing was running so slow, I could not. And that's running on a PlayStation 4, where I've had crazier graphics that make the thing sound like the next most noisiest jet engine for the military. So yeah, I came back again for Terraria when me and Ty, of course, did a little bit more Terraria videos, or at least playthroughs, if you will. As it kind of says here, I had these recordings forever and kind of forgot about them. And again, if you really want to see the latest when it comes to this whole series, if we ever get back to it again, watch Blue Voyager. He streams it, which of course is live as of that very moment, and I don't. There's too many complications when it comes to streaming. Obviously, I've mentioned how before numerous times how I want to go back to streaming, but as of this moment, streaming's kind of a hard thing to do, specifically because of intertwining schedulings. For instance, I want to go back to the whole streaming Sundays, because that was awesome, but I work on Sundays, and I don't have a whole lot of time to do that. On top of that, my parents are usually off on Sundays, which is a bit of a more of a distraction, which won't really work all that well. So that's kind of why I don't do streams. But I am trying to figure out some way around that whole situation to where, yes, I will come back once again with streaming Sundays. However, it won't be every Sunday. It'll be like every other, maybe once a month, who knows. But yeah, I kind of want to do that again. And moving along, obviously we began our good old, actually we began it a while ago with the side missions of Batman Arkham Knight. That was great, you know. We're gonna finish that off next week. No, in 2 weeks, yeah. And then we got, of course, the DLC. Oh god, I promise I'm not trying to squeeze the living crap out of this game for views, because obviously you could tell it's a miracle that I even have 8. Oh, never mind, I'll come back to that one. That I have 6 on Dying Light 2 episode 13. No, I do these videos because I genuinely want to show people, hey, here's the quest, here's my experience with it, and just point and laugh at my stupidity. And it very much shows. with some other stuff, although I try to do some experimenting with my editing, although it definitely doesn't show that much. Anyway, so back to this. Funny enough, about a month before this video came out, actually no, I think even longer than a month, but definitely recently, my good friend Tyrell, he goes and decides, hey, guess what, gamer? There's this game I really want to play called Astroneer. Have you ever heard of it? I was like, hell yes, I've been wanting to play this game for years. And I just never got around to it because, well, I'm a broke joke. And of course, I choose other games as a higher priority than this one, so, which is a very big disappointment for me, so yay. And what does he do? He's like, alright, here's money, buy it. What? I really didn't like the way that he just did that, but yeah, he did that. So we played this game, we binge played this thing for, when I mean binge played, I mean we didn't play on any other game for an entire week and a half straight. And that was the best week and a half. Oh man. Oh man, I just popped my foot. Anyway. So yeah, we played this game and I had such a great learning experience with this. Now, obviously, I did not do a series of this because this was just one of those games I kind of just wanted to play for myself, play with Ty, actually be able to enjoy it, because me and Ty actually haven't been playing a lot of games together recently, and actually even before this one, because of our conflicting schedules. He has a job, I have a job, and of course I got college. He graduated from high school not so long ago, so yeah. Send him some congratulations over there, so yeah. And of course, like I mentioned, I wasn't planning on doing any videos for Astroneer, but the thing about it is, of course, how as much as I know quite a bit about Astroneer and love the game to death, I did not know about the Galastopods. More specifically, I did not know the fact that when taming them, there is a song, and I love the song. I absolutely love the taming of the gastropods and how they sing along with the horn. And then it happened. The Galastopods song, when it's all seven of them collected onto the lab, the exologid. I can't remember. Caption, please. But yes, this was such an amazing experience and such a great song. I actually plan on doing something with it. That's not for this channel. It's actually for something else in personal life. But man, this was amazing, completely amazing. I loved every second of it, and I cannot begin to tell you how much I love this song. In fact, this video is going to be a test to see just how many songs I can put into this video without getting copyright claim. And also to test out the water for a couple of things in the future. Anyway, of course, moving on from there, we are now up to the present with 3 Batman Arkham Knight videos. Okay, so this video is getting already too long. Let's go ahead and go into the exploration of the thing as soon as we transition back to live action me. You know, the one that's not behind a mic and not showing their face. Anywho, let's do this.
Hello again. Alright, so I am back over here to my live camera feed, if you will. Gotta fix this mask a bit. Okay, so where to begin? My inconsistency with my schedule. It's the same situation as beforehand. I have really poor time management. Because you see, I should probably explain that a bit, right? Here's where it begins. I have classes throughout the week, during the weekdays, and they kind of run right there in the middle of the day. And then of course, I have my job during the weekends. And they can run very inconsistently. I could be there in the morning, the middle of the day, the evening, all day, from the morning to the middle, from the middle to the end, and these hours could range between 4 hours to 15 hours. working. Yes, that's me. That's my work life. Moving along from that. So of course, what's up with? Sorry, I thought I heard something. What's up with the weekdays? Simple. I get distracted. I get busy. I get caught up on something, and just a whole bunch of things. And as much as I would love to continue on doing making these videos, I just forget and I don't have the time sometimes. So that's what's up with my inconsistency. I'm trying to do better, and I'm slowly trying to get back to my rhythm, which is why I was gone for about a month. Oh, I was so scared for a second there. My dog went, oh wait, no. Okay, never mind. My dog just walked close to the camera stand. I guess this is weird there. Anyway, so yes, that's the whole dealio with the thing. Now then, any updates for this year? Yes, I am currently working on 2 very interesting projects that will be completed sometime soon, hopefully. I do plan on completing them soon. I hinted at one of them previously. It's embarrassing to say, so I'm not going to get into that. And of course, I do plan on continuing making on my normal videos routine. I do plan on shaking up just a tiny bit by adding in a new type of project, hopefully. I'm still working out the kinks. I have to do some settings stuff and make sure they are up to what I want. So that one, I hope will come out this year. If not, it'll come out maybe next year. Or maybe not at all. Who knows? I'm still working on it, so we'll see how that goes. But those other 2 projects, which are completed, not completed, are long scripts that you're gonna hear my talking and a couple of other things, including myself right now. Yeah, that's gonna be coming out this year, most definitely. And then, on top of that, my Minecraft lessons. Yes, I do plan on revisiting that this year as well. In fact, I have a few planned out for the next coming couple of months. Definitely the start of the next year. That being good old 2023. Have we been in this pandemic for that long? Anywho. And then of course there's one other thing I was going to mention. I should have written all this down. I really don't remember. I am so sorry. Oh, right, the lunatics. Wow, that is embarrassing. Oh man. Okay, so the lunatics. I'm gonna try something with that, and I do hope to get something out soon. If not, then well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and maybe burn it. But yeah. That is pretty much year 4. This video has already gone long enough for a year thing. Then again, I have like a whole hour for my first year to recap. Moving along. So yeah, that's about it. And with that said and done, thank you everyone for joining me in this grand adventure of another year with your host. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.